Alright, so last time we went into the Thorn, we met Red Lucy, fought in the arena, killed some giant rad scorpions, and barely got out alive. Well, actually I was untouched by the giant rad scorpions, but I was touched by a few 9mm rounds from that bastard Dermot in Westside. So we really desperately need to head on over to a medic, either at Aerotech, or we could head over to the medical clinic. One of the two. So let me look at my perks real quick. How many implants do we have? We have charisma. What's my charisma at? Actually, it's 4. So we can have one more humanoid companion. I forgot about that. We've actually got almost all the implants. We've pretty much got all of them that matter. Subdermal, perception, luck, charisma, like everything, strength. I think we have like 1 left. And I've got enough caps for it, so we might want to head to the medical clinic to get that last implant. We could do that. Or we could go to Aerotech. Well, I'll just start heading west and see what I hit first, which one's more convenient based on just kind of how we hug the walls of Freeside here, Outer Vegas. See what we come across. Dempsey's Gym. I heard something about this guy. Yeah, here it is. It's Tail of the Tape. Speak with Dempsey about the prize fights. I'm not in any shape to do any prize fighting. And I'm not very proficient with my fists yet, so we want to level up unarmed before we go looking to start a boxing career. Yeah, looks like it might make more sense to just head on over to Aerotech. We need to talk to Captain Parker there anyway. We might be walking right past Camp McCarran as well. Yep. McCarran might have a medic, actually. And we have business there. We have an invoice to deliver to Dr. Hildern for Alice McLafferty of Crimson Caravan. Damn it, I don't want an ashtray. Do without that. So considering it's nighttime, I think the safe choice is to stop here at McCarran Airfield. So looking for somewhere I can sleep and a medic. Pretty much my priorities at this point.
Let me guess. You got work for me, right? Well, you're too late. I just quit the bounty trade. As soon as I pick up some caps that Daughtry owes me, I'm out of this scrapyard.
Are you supposed to be famous or something?
Well, shit. Feel free to stick a knife in the old ego. Thought I made a name for myself around here. Guess that's as good a reason as any to quit this stinking trade. No glory. No easy money, no women, and no glory. Shit. I'd settle just for the women.
How long have you been a bounty hunter?
Oh, shit, I don't know. Gotta be at least a month. Longer than I last at most jobs.
You've worked a lot of different trades then.
Oh, yeah. A lot. Like before I was a bounty hunter, I worked as a caravan guard. You'd think that was a cakewalk, right? Wrong. Crazy bastards expected me to wake up at dawn. Forget it. It's about 2 hours after this guy hits the sack. And I need at least 10, 12 hours of sleep to do my job. Price of excellence.
I've been known to take on a few bounties myself.
Well, hey, the field's wide open now that I'm gone. Probably lots of people looking to get in once they hear I quit.
I'm sure. Why's Daughtry owe you caps?
Because I killed a couple of marks for him, that's why. You ever hear of Jackson? Or Night Terror?
I take it they were fiends?
Damn right they were. They were good, too. Till I popped a couple shells in their assholes. Bam. Dead. Finished. Over. See, somebody gives me a job, I do it. Maybe I complain a little here and there, but my shit gets done.
Well, I know who to come to when I need some shit done then. Sure. What are you gonna do now?
Simple. Gonna make myself some easy money. I got a plan. Once I get my caps from Daughtry, I'm going to head on over to Gomorrah and win big at cards. There's not as many people playing at Gomorrah, so that means I've got better odds of winning big. I got this figured out.
Yeah, that's how it works, all right. But you should head over to the Tops. I have an associate. His name is Mr. Franco. Tell him I sent you. My name's Azrakal. He'll give you a good deal. Loan you some caps. You'll be able to win big.
Hey, yeah. Next time you see me, maybe I'll be rolling in a shitload of caps, right?
We can all dream. The music seems really loud here. A little better. You guys mind if I sleep here for the night? Hey, you guys have a sniper rifle. Guess I'll just sleep with a sniper rifle. Alright.
Hello.
How we doing on, let's see, 120 nutrition? Sure, why not? I'll eat a Brahmin steak. Alright, morning, fellas. Looking for... Who's in charge? Lieutenant. That sounds like a high rank.
I'm Lieutenant Gorobets, 1st Recon. If you're looking to collect a bounty, you should talk to Major Daughtry.
Alright, Major Daughtry is our bounty... bounty hander-outer. Bounty master. Mark's the guy that... I don't know. Whatever. Tell me about 1st Recon.
We're the finest sniper outfit in the whole NCR. If you need a bullet put into a target's eye from 800 yards away, you call us. Some of my team aren't without their share of scars, though, like Betsy and Sterling.
What's wrong with Betsy?
Cook, one of the fiends, ambushed her and 10 of spades. They both managed to escape, but not before Cook raped her. Betsy shrugged it off like it was nothing, but her behavior keeps getting worse. Always making passes at every woman who wanders by. It's inappropriate for anyone at 1st Recon to behave that way. I could discipline her, but I'd rather she get medical help.
Cook. Now that's one of the fiends that Dermot and St. James were dealing with. They didn't like that guy. And if Dermot and St. James don't like somebody, that person is particularly nasty. Anyway, I can talk to Betsy about getting medical help for her trauma, if that's what you want.
I'd appreciate it. As her CO, I could order her to get help, but I'd have her agree with the idea.
And people are always better off if they want to do something of their own volition than being told to do it. It's more likely to be successful. What happened to Sterling?
Corporal Sterling was an NCR ranger until he was captured by the Legion. They tortured him pretty badly. He wasn't able to be a ranger after that, but his eyes are still sharp, so I had him transferred to 1st Recon.
Does the NCR usually offer bounties on people?
If they've proven hard to kill, yes. Whatever it takes to get the job done, even if it means hiring help from outside the military. Carry on.
Okay, so he wants help with Betsy. Where's Betsy at? Not this Betsy.
We
Other
won't go
Betsy.
quiet. The Legion can count on that.
10 of spades, that's Betsy's partner.
Hey, my man. 10 of spades. 1st Recon sharpshooter. At your service.
You alright?
Oh, yeah. Fine. Just a little stutter. Had it since I was a kid. Doesn't stop me from kicking ass.
I'm sure it doesn't.
Damn right.
Heard about what happened to Corporal Betsy.
The LT told you about that? Shit, man. That's shit.
Tell me about it.
It was my fault. See, I was knocked out when it happened. That big guy sneaked up on us. I let Betsy down.
Why do you think you let Betsy down?
She's my goddamn partner. See, we work in pairs. We spot for each other, watch each other's backs. Nobody wanted to work with me. They said I was too green, but Betsy volunteered. Shit, you don't even know how big a deal that is. She trusts her life to the newbie, and I sit here and let her get raped by that piece of shit.
Pretty hard to do anything if you're unconscious.
Shit, you sound like the LT. I should have woken up. I shouldn't have gotten knocked out in the first place. That shit was my fault. I don't want to talk about it anymore, all right? Yeah, the LT shouldn't have brought that shit up. Not with civvies, anyway. Ain't right. Yeah, I'll see you around.
See you around. Alright, we're looking for Betsy. There she is.
Never seen you around before. What do you want?
You should get medical help for your trauma.
The lieutenant's been talking to you, hasn't he? Look, I don't need a head doctor. I'm 1st Recon, damn it. You don't see the others crying about every little bruise and scrape, do you?
You're a weak link. I know it, you know it. 1st Recon knows it. Do something about it.
Damn. Never had you pegged for the drill instructor type, but you got my attention. You can tell the lieutenant that I finally caved. I'll get help. There's a Dr. Usanagi who's supposed to be good at this sort of thing.
Alright.
Yeah. Try not to get killed.
Easy enough, she agreed. Just had to be a little forceful.
Hey.
Gotta wake up LT
What can I
from
do
his
for
nap. I convinced her to get help from Dr. Usanagi.
I caught the tail end of what you said to her. Betsy looked
didn't
like
you were
she'd been
sleeping.
slapped right back into basic for a few seconds there. Let's hope that Betsy sticks with the treatment. Knowing her, she won't keep seeing Usanagi if she feels things are taking too long. Do me a favor and let Usanagi know Corporal Betsy is coming. I'd like to make sure the medical clinic has time for her. Carry on.
Okay. So we still need a medic. Looking for Major Daughtry, too. Said he's the guy that has the bounties. Anybody seen
Hello?
Major Daughtry?
Hello.
This looks like if there was a doctor here, he'd be in here. No. Or in here. Maybe we need to go into the building here.
We won't go quietly.
Oh, here he is.
If it's bad news, you can take it up with the Colonel. If it's good news, it better involve some dead fiends.
What do you know about the fiends?
Pack of drugged-out killers. They're addicted to every stim, every pill, every psychoactive enema on this fucked-up Earth. I've got 3 fiends I want dead, and I don't give a goddamn how it gets done. That sound like something that interests you?
Might be. Give me their names. Tell me the number of caps that I get for each one.
First one calls herself Violet. God knows why. The name is the prettiest thing about her. Spends most of her time with a pack of vicious dogs. Then there's Driver Nephi. He's fast and he's brutal. Killed about a dozen of my men with a goddamn driver iron. Hence his name. And finally, Cook. Rapist, pyromaniac, and damn good chef if you believe the fiends we've captured. Probably the craziest of the lot. I'm not gonna feed you any bullshit. These aren't your common Vegas trash. They've all killed good NCR men, and plenty of mercs too. You go after them, any of them, you're in for a hell of a fight. So, which one is it gonna be?
I'll kill them all. If you pay me for them. Violet.
Violet it is. Wish I could give you more advice on how to bring her down, but we know less about her than the other 2. Just watch out for the dogs. She raises them herself. Might as well be their mother, and never leave her side.
I can handle dogs. Where do I need to go?
Good question. Fiend territory is southeast of here, but they range all over the area. None of them stays in any one place for long.
Anything else I need to know?
One more thing. If you want the full reward, you need to bring me a recognizable head. My superiors need proof they're gone. That means no headshots, no decapitations till after they're dead, and no damage to the face. If you want to be safe, aim for the chest. You bring me a head that looks like a rotten tomato, people will be doubting, and I won't be authorized to pay the entire bounty. Good luck to you, and don't get careless.
I'm never careless.
Right.
Okay. So we've got bounties on the heads of the 3 fiends that Dermot and St. James dealt with. Driver Nephi, Violet, and Cook. All dangerous. All worth some number of caps that has been undisclosed to me. But it should be a lot. He's killed. All of them have killed NCR soldiers, so... Can't imagine... they'd be an insignificant amount. Let's see, authorized personnel only. You look important.
I'm usually good with faces, but I don't think I've seen you here before. What brings you to Camp McCarran?
Well, I'm looking for a medic, to be honest, or a doctor. I also need to find Dr. Hildern. And I'm up for hire if you need extra manpower on the base. Always looking to make a few extra caps.
There are a lot of things I can't spare troops for right now. If you can help us, we can definitely pay you for your work. You don't cook by any chance, do you? Farber's
Not
doing
much.
his best, but it's hard to manage an army with half my staff in line for the latrine. Honestly, we're fighting a lot of fires right now. The fiends keep pressing their position from Vault 3. We've got the Legion breathing down our necks across the river. We actually took an officer alive last week, but so far he hasn't spoken a word.
Huh. A Legion officer. I bet I could make your Legion prisoner talk.
I have Lieutenant Boyd on that already, and she's excellent, but I think she's hit a wall. Talk to her if you like. See if she has any use for you. Her office is right above mine, but I think she might be interrogating right now. So she'd be upstairs on the other side of the building.
What's McCarran's role in NCR operations?
It's our main base. We took it because it lets us keep an eye on the Strip, and it had already been fortified before the Great War. From here we handle most of the logistics for our operations in Nevada. Troop allocation, supply distribution, intel. Usually General Oliver runs the show here, but he's on his way to the dam now, so I've taken on a lot of his duties here.
Any other problems?
Yeah. On top of everything else, I can't send a patrol on a bathroom break without it being ambushed by someone who heard they were coming. So somebody's getting the word out.
You seem calm given things are as bad as they are.
Calm is what you have to be when people look to you. And it's all you can be when things are out of your hands.
I could look into your intelligence leak.
Well, why not? Given your recent arrival, at least I can safely rule you out as the leak. I'd like to have absolute trust in my men, but that's just not practical right now. Go ahead and look into it. See what you find. We don't have much to go on right now. Lately, every raiding party in New Vegas seems to have a map of our troop movements. It derails everything. Supplies, reinforcements. And it'll only get worse the longer we let it go on. Captain Curtis is heading up the investigation right now. He can fill you in. Bye.
All right. We have an intelligence leak on the base. We have a Legion prisoner that we're
Morning.
trying to... Hey,
A little busy at the moment, but I can talk.
what is this place?
This? The OSI lab. We don't get many visitors. The smell puts people off, I think. Nobody ever said science would smell clean and fresh. Anyway, you get used to it if you give it some time.
And you're a scientist?
I know I don't sound the part. Get raised by Brahmin ranchers and you never lose the twang. Drives Hildern crazy. But I know every inch of the power grid from Hoover Dam to Shady Sands. That's what we do here. Try to optimize the power output from the dam. Some of the others are working on an agricultural project, but truth be told, they aren't making much progress. Not yet, anyway.
What's your role here?
Head researcher. Mostly on the dam project, but I help out on other things when they need me. Gotta be flexible.
Do you need help with anything at the moment?
You mean give you work? No, that'd be up to the administrator, Hildern. He's back there in his office. Between you and me, I don't think he ever leaves. Plenty of mercs go in to see him, though.
Mercs. What for?
I can't say. We're not supposed to talk about the research. Not the details. If you're interested, I'm sure he'd see you.
All right.
Nice to meet you. If you need anything, I'm almost always in the lab.
Dr. Hildern, I presume.
A pleasure to meet you. I'm Dr. Thomas Hildern, Director of Operations, OSI East. I presume you're here about Vault 22?
Depends. How much are you paying?
A mercenary, is that it? You won't be disappointed. I promise you. The Office of Science and Industry provides highly competitive benefits. And as an external contractor, your pay would be rather more competitive than those of our regular employees. But we should keep that
like
to
the sound of that.
ourselves, don't you think? So,
We should.
how about I tell you what we need, and then you can tell me whether you're up to it? No pressure, of course.
I'm listening.
Imagine, if you will, the wasteland in bloom. Vast fields of corn that grow from seeds and produce their bounty in the space of a month. Orchards of trees, their branches weighed halfway to the ground, hung with fat, ripe oranges, a harvest that could feed a city or a nation. And all this, requiring no more than a few drops of precious water, and the efforts of only a handful of human farmers. Impossible?
Get to the point.
Fair enough. My point is this. I believe that the inhabitants of Vault 22 unlocked the secrets of vegetative growth. Plants are spilling from their gate. No one tends them. No one waters them. Yet they multiply and spread in all directions. Find the reason for this miraculous growth, and I promise you the OSI will see that you are generously compensated.
All right. I'll do it.
Good. No need to check in with the NCR authorities. I can authorize your payment from OSI accounts. Vaults typically contain a server room on a lower level, where they would have backed up their research data. A computer room, you understand? Download all the information on the central server to your Pip-Boy, and you'll be certain to bring me any notes or samples that you find, won't you?
Anything else I should know?
I thought it was a fairly straightforward assignment. It's a simple question of retrieving the data, which shouldn't prove overly challenging. Downloading the data will be handled by your Pip-Boy. You might think of yourself as a mere means of conveyance. No insult intended, of course.
I have some other questions.
Oh? What might those be?
What do you think of the NCR's chances against the Legion?
To be frank, I have no idea. I leave the fighting to Colonel Shu, and I expect him to leave the science to me. Too many people have opinions on things they know nothing about. And the more ignorant they are, the more opinions they have.
All too true.
Yes. Goodbye.
Oh, hang on.
Yes? Something else you needed?
I have an invoice for you from Alice McLafferty.
From Alice. I'll see that she's paid right away. Crimson Caravan runs a tight operation. Even out here in the waste, wouldn't do to keep them waiting. Was there anything else? Or were you just here about the invoice?
That's it?
Yes.
Did Dr. Hildern... This really isn't any of my business, but... Did he give you a job?
Why so interested?
Not interested. More concerned. It's just... You're not the first person he sent to Vault 22. And I know he'd never tell you. There were a lot of mercs. One after another. None of them came back. Then about a week ago, there was a scientist, Keeley. She's unusual. Not the sort of person you'd expect, but she's an absolute genius, and he didn't mention her? Not even her name? Or any of the other mercs?
Maybe Hildern and I need to have another talk.
No, wait. I don't mean to see any harm come to Dr. Hildern. Unless by talk, you just mean talk. Listen, I make a fair wage, but I'm not rich. Not by any means. Maybe my kind of money wouldn't appeal to your average merc. But I'm willing to pay you if you'll find Keeley and make sure she's safe. Isn't right leaving her out there. No idea if she's alive or dead.
I'll try, but no promises.
That's all I ask. She might even be able to help you. As long as you don't speak too well of Dr. Hildern. Right. Good luck.
Morning.
So we've got a lot of mercs that have gone for Thomas Hildern and not returned. Probably should have mentioned that.
Yes?
He acted like
Something
this
else
wasn't
you
a
needed?
dangerous venture at all. I'm not the first person you've sent to Vault 22. Am I?
I never said you were. You've been speaking to Williams, haven't you?
I'm the one asking the questions.
Fair enough. Begging your pardon, but this is beginning to feel like an interrogation. No, you aren't the first person I've sent to the vault. I'm sorry that I neglected to tell you, but I don't see how it makes any difference.
I want double the caps, or I spread the word that you're full of shit.
All right. I'll admit that it's been difficult to find anyone willing to enter the vault. and I'd rather get the data sooner than later. You have a deal. I'll double your reward if you bring me the data, but this is as high as my budget will allow. Now, I know your time is valuable, so I won't waste any more of it. Feel free to show yourself out.
I will. Double the caps. That's going to be a proper reward, I think.
What is it? Nice to meet you. I'm Curtis.
What do you do here?
Officially, I'm in charge of Bravo Company. But since General Oliver has Bravo and most of our forces here garrisoned, I'm free to do other things. So I work with Colonel Shu on logistics, patrols, supply lines, reinforcements, that sort of thing. Lately, it's been less about that, and more about figuring out how that information is getting leaked to raiders. It's a big base with a lot of unhappy soldiers. They get stir-crazy. Hard to separate the malcontents from the actual culprit.
The Colonel wanted me to help you look into the recent intelligence leaks.
Smart man. I could use somebody who can operate under the radar around here. Whoever our mole is, he's been slippery. Whenever one of the MPs gets too close, he changes his habits. Our last lead went cold weeks ago.
Where would you suggest I start?
You want my advice? Start by talking to people with a lot of eyes in the field. People like Lieutenant Boyd, or Sergeant Contreras, maybe. Careful with Contreras, though. He's not above suspicion himself. Keep me apprised of any leads you get. This guy's gotten a lot of my men killed. I'm just itching to return the favor. Later.
Alright, so we should talk to Lieutenant Boyd and maybe Contreras. Alright. Start looking upstairs.
Morning. Got business here.
Boyd's in there with a prisoner right now.
Patrolling the Mojave
Boy, is
almost
she
makes you
pissed.
wish for a nuclear winter.
You stick out like a sore thumb around here. You sure you're in the right place?
Well, a ghoul kind of sticks out, yeah, in the middle of a bunch of humans. Who are you?
Not big on reading name tags, huh? That's okay. My name is long and difficult to pronounce. Ready for it? It's Boyd. Lieutenant Boyd to my friends. Colonel Shu has me handling the policing duties for the base. I've told him he could make my job a whole lot easier if he would just let me shoot anyone who talks back to me. But you know how colonels can be.
Yeah, if only you could do that. Things would be a lot easier, wouldn't it? So I hear you need some help.
Sorry, this is state business, what I'm working on. You'd have to do a lot more NCR ass-kissing before they'd let you help me with this one.
Fair enough. You noticed anything suspicious lately?
Now, what kind of MP would I be if I didn't notice anything suspicious? I've had soldiers go AWOL, break-ins, thefts, you name it.
Who's missing?
Well, there's Anders. He's a ranger. That one's not suspicious so much as worrisome. He left on a dangerous assignment. Colonel Shu sent him out. Now I think he feels guilty not having any way to check up on him.
What else can you tell me about Anders?
I don't know him very well myself. I seem to remember that he was the man to call on if you needed someone to get in and get out quietly. Colonel Shu would really be the person to talk to.
Alright, what about the break-ins?
Maybe break-in isn't the right word. We didn't find signs of forced entry, but I've had reports of someone sneaking into the control tower at night. It's probably just a meeting spot for a steamy military base love affair. Kids today. But it bothers me that they didn't break in. It means they have an access code. Most soldiers around the base don't have that.
Would you be willing to give me the control tower access key so I can look for myself?
Sure, if you want to investigate. It's not like there's anything to steal up there, just a bunch of old communications equipment. If you can find out any more, I'd be interested to hear it. There's something about this I really don't like. And if I weren't tied up here, I'd be staking it out personally.
Finally, you said there have been some thefts.
Not the kind of things you like to see go missing. No witnesses yet. I've got my money on Sergeant Contreras, who's supposed to be in charge of distribution, the little weasel. But he's too slick to let anyone catch him doing it. We've searched his possessions a dozen times. Nothing.
I'll keep an eye out for your missing supplies.
Good. The more guns you can recover, the more I'll be able to use to shoot Contreras for being inept.
Seems like she's not a fan.
Yep. See you around.
Sad day she won't let me help with the interrogation of that prisoner. Looks like this is the prison. Confiscated goods. Fill my water bottles up. Wait, did we check on the other corner upstairs? Monorail? Okay, this must go...
Sorry, no civilians on the monorail. Any closer and I am authorized to use deadly force.
Alright, not a lot on the monorail. This must be somebody's office that's not here. Okay, on to the concourse then. Still looking for a medic. Crying women. Last thing I need to deal with.
Did the colonel send you? I was hoping he might have changed his mind.
Changed his mind about what?
My husband. He's a ranger and he got murdered by a pack of fiends. Goddamn savages laid his body out to rot. Brass won't say it to me straight, but they mean to leave Esteban out there. I can see that plain.
If your husband's dead, what does it matter if you get the corpse back?
You never lost anybody, have you? Not like this. Never had to think about that person you love all alone out there, cooking in the sun like meat. NCR never leaves a soldier behind. That's what the recruiters told us. Promised us. We believed them.
I can bring your husband's body back, but it'll cost you.
Caps. This whole rotten town wants caps. Nobody does anything just because it's right. Fine. You want caps? You can have all of Esteban's back pay. NCR owes me, and I don't even want the damn money. Esteban's body is laid out between some of the buildings, east of the RepCon headquarters. At least that's what his squad mates said. There's an NCR position just north of there. It's on the way. They should be able to tell you what the situation is.
Certainly getting lots of jobs from Camp McCarran.
Got business here?
Sorta. I kind of took care of my business. But... this must be the mess hall.
Listen, asshole, I know you're not really an NCR health inspector, so you can cut the restaurant critique routine. And I want my 50 caps back. Because I looked it up, and there ain't no disease called colorectal implosion syndrome. So I paid you to look the other way for nothing. Wait, you're not... Oh, wow, I'm sorry. You look just like... Never mind, sorry. So what can I serve you up?
You've got a ghoul health inspector? Bothered you?
That's nothing. You just look like the health inspector who stopped through for the yearly inspection a couple of weeks back. I was hoping I wouldn't have to wait another 11 months to see his crooked ass to get my caps back. Ah, well. Anything I can get you?
Trust me, I could come up with something better than colorectal implosion syndrome. Got anything to eat?
Oh, yeah. You can order up anything you want. As long as it's corn or beans. Just kidding. Haven't you heard? With a few shipments from home and a little variety, the troops are getting restless for some quality grub. You can only do so much as a chef with just corn, beans, onions, and peppers.
Could something be done to improve your supplies? Maybe get some meat?
Well, we haven't had any quality meat in months. Everyone in the camp just eating beans for protein. It isn't pretty. Some of my kitchen machinery is broken down too, so we've been eating mostly raw vegetables. And I'm desperate for spices or seasonings. Anything, just something for the general mood around here.
Or would you suggest I find meat in the amount you'd need?
It doesn't need to all come from the same source. There are a bunch of different vendors around who sell meat. Fitz, the Nashes, Crimson Caravan. We've never really tried to go out and organize deals with merchants to supply our food. Already having an overstock of food, we haven't needed to. But we really need some good old red meat on the menu soon. So I'm willing to divert some caps in their direction if they're open to supplying us.
Where should I look for spices?
The Crimson Caravan would probably be able to arrange a regular shipment, but I don't know of any spices known to improve mood. Hell, we have a whole research department. One guy's even set up in the main terminal building. They're the ones who ought to be looking into it.
Yeah, Hildern's got bigger plans. What parts are needed to fix the food processor?
Here's the list. We've been scrapping together quick fixes to keep it running for months. I think it finally crapped out and needs a full overhaul. It's the goofy machine behind the counter in the corner next to the stove. I'd be much obliged if you could take a look at it and get it fixed up.
And where might I find these parts?
I don't know. Try the various traders around the waste. Or the pawn shop in Westside might have some parts. Oh, I've heard of a place called House Tools you could check out. It's an old factory on the north side of Vegas. Just a word of warning, though. I hear no one who goes in there comes back out. Could be traps, crazy robots, or who knows what's in that place.
Yeah, about that. I'll keep you in mind. Alright, so let's look at that parts list that he needs. Pilot lights, pressure cookers, conductors, fire hose nozzles, fission batteries, steam gauge assemblies, sensor modules, scrap metal, and a pot. Alright, all pretty common stuff. Keep all that in mind.
We should be taking the fight to the Legion, not waiting for him to pick us apart.
Got business here? Hey.
Do we have a doctor? This looks like a little medical... Ah, here we go.
Howdy.
I like to buy medical supplies.
Here's what's currently available.
2,000 caps. I didn't actually bring anything in here to sell, did I? Nope. That's fine, that's fine, that's fine.
What can I do for you?
I could use some patching up.
Hot damn, you got whooped good. This could take a while. I'll also require some caps to cover my supplies.
Here's 100 caps.
Okay, this will just take a moment. What can I do for you? There you go, all patched up. Anything else I can do for you?
Nope.
Later.
Later.
Hello?
All right. So we still haven't found Contreras? Is that the only person left we haven't talked to, that I meant to talk to? He might be involved in the intelligence leaks or the missing supplies. Supply shack. Where's your radio at? Turn that shit off.
You look like someone in need of a reliable supplier.
Indeed, I am. Got anything for sale?
Take your pick.
My God, he has a lot of 308. 4,000 caps. Oh, I'll take the Star Bottle cap for 2 caps, sure. He's got Ultra Jet. That I haven't seen before, though I think I do have the recipe to make it.
Give me a shout if you need anything else.
What kind of supplies did you have in mind?
Are you implying I have some kind of secret under-the-table stash I only offer to certain clients? Because that could get a man in trouble.
I've got connections. Maybe we could make an arrangement.
Now you're talking my language. I do have an expanded inventory for people I can trust. If you're willing to do a little legwork for me, I could give you access to my stash and at a discount. Many of these items aren't available in the NCR, and you'll be hard-pressed to find them at a better price anywhere else.
Sergeant Contreras, my man. Sounds good. What do you need done?
Well, I can't exactly go wandering off the base whenever I want, you know. They're already suspicious. I can hear
So
the
I've
MPs
heard.
now. Gee, Contreras, I didn't know you had so many friends in the gun runners. Speaking of which, guess your first stop. You're just passing a little note to a man named Isaac for me. I want to know which girl he likes.
Got it.
Great, let me know what he says. They're almost a straight shot north from here, up past the sharecroppers. Bye.
Bye.